Hello there and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. Today, in part 4 of the Future Battleground series, we are discussing the state of Rhode Island. Rhode Island is a state that has been safe for Democrats since Ronald Reagan. It's in the liberal Northeast region and is densely populated. Moreover, Obama won Rhode Island by 27 points in 2012. So most people would say Rhode Island is a safe blue state, but I beg to differ. A little known fact, Trump only lost Rhode Island by 16% in 2016. That's an 11% improvement from Romney. Trump flipped Kent County and won 14 towns. Towns in Rhode Island are like townships in my state of Ohio, and they're like little entities in like counties. And Trump won 14 of these, while Romney won 3. And those are pretty big improvements. Sadly for the Republicans, these trends did not last in 2020. Biden won Rhode Island by 20 points, a 5-point swing to the left. Now you may think this just means 2016 was a fluke. The Democrats gained ground back and will keep it blue for a while. And while this may be true, I have my own take. When you look at the national environment, Rhode Island only moved about 2 points left. You see, there is a D+3 environment in the country. This means on average, the entire nation went about 3 points Democratic when Biden moved the state left by 5. That means 3% of that was just the environment. That means in reality, Rhode Island moved about 2 points to the left. While that may seem like bad news for Republicans, it really might not be. This swing of only 2 points puts the state at about D+17. The Democrats have a 17-point advantage. You may be saying, how does this help the Republicans? The Democrats have a safe margin advantage. Well, if you remember earlier, Obama won Rhode Island by 27 points. 27% to 17% in 8 years. That's a 10-point swing. That means if these trends continue, in 2032, Rhode Island will be a D+7 state. That's similar to Minnesota and New Hampshire. Now, as we can see, Rhode Island will certainly be a swing state in 20 years if these trends continue. So the question I now have is why? Well, Rhode Island is about 84% white. As mentioned in the main video, whites vote more conservative than most other races. I personally don't think demographics are the best way to determine a state's future, though. Now, what I find interesting, and in my opinion is the main reason Rhode Island is becoming competitive, is that just 34% of the state has a bachelor degree or higher. That means roughly 70% is white working class. I was shocked to see this, as I assumed Rhode Island was a state full of college-educated people. You know, you hear about the Northeast with all their universities and college-educated people, but no, more than half of Rhode Island is working class, like almost 75%. This is the number one reason that I see Republicans making Rhode Island competitive, and another state will and this is another example of why populism will win. Trump and his populist America First message is the number one reason the state is now 10 points more Republican than it was 10 years ago. Now, there's a second reason I see the state getting closer, and this will most likely not have as much impact on the future, but it is still important to note, and that is that 42% of Rhode Island is practicing Catholic, and 75% are Christian in general. Now, this could be a key factor, as Catholics in general have become more of a Republican voting bloc, as Democrats have become more socially liberal. And if the Republicans had a pro-life message, I could see them winning over even more of these voters in Rhode Island. And now there is some news for the Democrats, and this could be the thing that saves Rhode Island for them. Now, I don't personally think race and demographics are the best ways to measure the political futures of states. Just look at the Tejanos in Texas. But, I mean, you never know. Rhode Island is actually decreasing in whites and becoming more diverse. 40% of children in Rhode Island are members of a minority group. This means 40% of children in Rhode Island are minorities. Yeah, this could be a big issue for Republicans depending on how accurate the statistic is. This is from the 2010 census, so the people who responded will likely be able to vote in the 2024 election. With all this in mind, we have a beautiful northeastern state that is definitely trending red, mostly working class and very religious, but with a larger amount of minorities. What will the political future of Rhode Island hold? We'll have to see. I'd say that 2024 will be the deciding election. Depending on the national environment and results in Rhode Island, it'll either keep Rhode Island on a course to be a true future battleground or show that 2016 really was a fluke. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.